In 1912, Boy Scout Indiana Jones lives with his father Henry Jones Sr. in Moab, Utah. One day, while undergoing a cave exploration, Indy takes a crucifix owned by Coronado from a group of grave robbers led by a man named Garth, and after a brief horse chase, flees to his home, where Garth and his men find him and retrieve the crucifix. Garth, however, admits his respect towards Indiana and gives him his fedora before leaving. In 1938, Indy successfully takes back the crucifix from the employer of the grave robbers off the Portuguese coast. After returning to the United States, Indy learns Henry has disappeared while searching for the Holy Grail. Walter Donovan, his father's financial backer, tasks Indy with finding both Henry and the Grail. Indy receives a package containing Henry's diary, which includes his research on the Grail, and travels to Venice alongside Marcus Brody to meet Henry's associate, Elsa Schneider. Beneath the library where Henry was last seen, Indy and Elsa discover a catacomb containing an inscribed shield which reveals that the path to the Grail begins in Alexandretta. The two are subsequently attacked by a mysterious group who reveal themselves to be the secret Brotherhood of the Cruciform Sword, dedicated to protecting the Grail. After saving the group's leader Cosimo, Indy learns that Henry is being held at a castle in Austria. Indy entrusts Marcus with a map from the diary detailing a route to the Grail and sends him to Alexandretta to rendezvous with their old friend Sala. Discovering their rooms have been ransacked, Indy reveals the diary's existence to Elsa before they sleep together in Austria. Indy and Elsa infiltrate the castle, discovering it to be under Nazi control. Indy finds Henry and tries to escape, but surrenders after Elsa is held captive by the Nazis. She reveals herself to be a Nazi collaborator and takes the diary, and Indy and Henry are tied up and learn that Donovan is also working with the Nazis. After arriving in Alexandretta, Marcus is captured by the Nazis as well. Elsa returns to Germany, while Indy and Henry escape the castle before traveling to Berlin to retrieve the diary. After recovering it from Elsa, Indy and Henry flee on a Zeppelin before evading two Luftwaffe planes pursuing them. Once Indy and Henry arrive in Hottery, Sala informs them that the Nazis have also traveled there using the map. While they are following the trail, the Nazis are attacked by the Brotherhood but defeat them. Henry takes advantage of the distraction to try to rescue Marcus but is captured. Indy attacks the Nazi convoy in response and is eventually able to destroy it with help from Henry and Marcus. Indy, Henry, Marcus, and Sala proceed to a temple containing the Grail, where they observe the Nazis attempting to overcome the temple's traps before being captured. Donovan forces Indy to find safe passage for them by mortally wounding Henry. A drink from the Grail can heal him. With the help of the diary, Indy overcomes the traps and finds a room with many cups and an ancient knight, who explains that only one cup is the true Grail. Donovan and Elsa enter the room, and Elsa deliberately gives him the wrong cup, killing Donovan after he drinks from it. Indy identifies the true Grail and rescues Henry. Elsa falls to her death when her attempt to leave with the Grail causes the temple to collapse, and Indy nearly suffers the same fate before Henry saves him. The Grail falls into an abyss as Indy and his companions escape and ride off into the sunset.